Hello and welcome to another edition of European Football and Arda. Today we are looking back at round one of the Euros, the 17th Euros, which has started in Germany last week, or rather a couple of weeks back. This is, you have already probably seen our wrap of the first three groups, A, B, and C. In case you have not, I'll put the links in the comment box. For the groups D, E, and F wrap, we have with us Lahiri from India and Arda from London. Okay, so let's get started with Group D. Group D was, similar to Group C in some extent, that it had, couple of very heavyweight teams. Netherlands was like Italy, was supposed to have a slippery banana in their first match with Poland. And like Italy, they managed a sneaked 2-1 win over Poland. They got off to a winning start, but it was their super sub Wout Weghorst, a led goal, which allowed them that. So, first of all, this is the first game at a major tournament without a player from Ajax Amsterdam in the starting lineup, happening for the first time since 2008, and in the history of Dutch football for the 12th time ever. Any comment on that, Lahiri?
I will give him. I don't know. Is it something to decline of Ajax? I don't think so. They're still that good, but this is amazing stuff. Yeah, Arda Guler was saying something.
No, I said that Ajax didn't have a good season this year, so maybe it's good for Netherlands that they don't have any player from Ajax. By the way, also Italy doesn't have any player from AC Milan, which is, I think, a kind of record. I don't know for how long, but maybe I don't know the statistic when was the last time. But do you know, Dada?
Italy has 5 players who started their football career in the academies of Milan, 3 of whom were actually the captain of Milan Primavera team. Those 5, because of different career trajectory, have now moved on to different teams. Let me remind, Donnarumma, the captain of the team, started his career in AC Milan. Darmian started his career in AC Milan. Brian Cristante started his career in AC Milan. Then we have who else? There was Raul Bellanova started his career in AC Milan. And there's one more I keep forgetting. Probably El Shaarawy had a little stint in Milan also. So, but
I know it's like for troll or something. It's just.
But keeping Milan aside, looking at Netherlands, the Dutch team, they also managed to, just like Italy, managed to concede early from Poland. And while at that point of time it was looking like Poland were on the upway round, they were attacking.
They had more shots on goal than Netherlands that match.
Yes. Ultimately, it didn't matter that much. If you look at the XG, the Poland team's XG was 1.32, Netherlands was 1.46. Netherlands hit 21 shots, 2 of them were on target. 2. The Polish team has 12 shots, 6 of them were on target. What do you make of this kind of Netherlands team overall, Lahiri?
So again, Netherlands is one of the teams, just like England. They have a lot of potentials and being dragged by Koeman. Even the Netherlands supporters also feel the same, that Koeman is dragging the team. I also feel the same, that Koeman is dragging the team. They had enormous potential to be, I mean, not that golden team, I shouldn't say that, but um, players like Gakpo's presence is there, who is a very mobile player. Uh, so we expect a much better performance. And that is not a wrong thing to expect something better from them than the Polish team. You do not expect much from the Polish team, but nobody expected that the match would go that way when where the grandfather Weghorst had to rescue them again, just like that World Cup match against Argentina. He had to come and rescue them. If they play like this, they have no chance maybe in this Euros. They have to step up in a big way.
Right, right.
I
So
have to say about the Netherlands that they were also very unlucky. They lost whole this midfield because, like Dutch midfield, I think it was one of the best midfields in this Euro with De Roon, Koopmeiners, and De Jong. They lost all of those three players. And another thing is, I don't know why Koeman doesn't let Zirkzee playing in this team, which is absolutely doesn't make any sense to me. Everyone who watched Serie A this season, they know very well how good Zirkzee was. He was probably the main key player of the Bologna, who qualified in the Champions League after a while. And I think he was also one of the best 4 or 5 players of Serie A. So I cannot even imagine a team who has the capability to use a player like Zirkzee and they bench him for 90 minutes. It is absolutely
a crime. Really, it was a crime.
right, right. Let me come to the next match, the other match of this group, which was again between dark horses Austria and strong favorites France, and or strong co-favorites France. France, I would say, scratched a win. It was similar to the scratchy win that England had against Serbia. A lot of times it felt like Austria would have scored or would have, got an equalizer or maybe gone ahead, but there were goals disallowed. There was also a lucky ricochet which got France ahead in the goal that was scored. Overall, if I look at the XG, Austria had 0.24 and French had 2.13. So 14 shots of which 3 were on target. Austria 7 shots, 3 were on target. Arda, what did you make of France's display?
I think it's the usual France. If you see last big tournaments since 2018 World Cup, which they won, every time they start very slowly, especially in group stage. We always talk about the same thing about France. They don't play an attractive football, although they could play much better with the player they have. But as usual, they were very pragmatic, like Deschamps. Deschamps, when he was a player, he was a very pragmatic player in his career. And in his coaching life, we can see that kind of mentality also in his coaching style. France never, in all these years, I think, if I'm not wrong, Deschamps and Southgate, these two coaches are the long-term coaches in this Euro. Like Deschamps is in this France team since 2016 Euro, if I'm not wrong. So it's been almost 8 years he's in service, or maybe even more, because he was appointed after with like 10 years. It's like he's managing like a club in these 10 years. And I have to say that I didn't see anything new or anything particular All these 10 years, it was the same thing. Individually, brilliant team. They have world-class players in every position. So individually, they can make the difference. But as a team, in all these 10 years, I cannot remember one or two matches that I said, wow, how good they played. So yeah, I think as always, they started very slowly. They have managed to win. I think also in their next match, they will do the same. They probably won't play an attractive football. We are not going to say, wow, how good they are, but they will manage to win and proceed to round of 16. And this is the thing about the France, because they are so much pragmatic. I don't see any other team with this kind of quality and this kind of mentality as well. Because at the end, okay, it's not good to watch as a football fan. We are not enjoying this kind of football. But if you see at the end in this kind of short tournaments where you have to play just 6 or 7 matches, so in these 6-7 matches, you don't need beautiful football. You need effective football, which France is doing effectively. So yeah, I think they can go at least until the semi-final and eventually win the tournament.
Coming to Lahiri.
Just to mention here about Mbappe. Yes, yes.
Lahiri, I was going to give you one more stat. I gave you a stat about Netherlands. I'm going to give you another stat about France and Mbappe. So we all know Mbappe has a hat trick in a World Cup final, as in the final of the World Cup, right? He has scored 12 goals in World Cups, but he hasn't scored in an European Championship match yet. Okay. So he has yet to score his first goal in an European Championship. He has played. This is the second one that he's playing. Of course, he will score eventually. And he failed to convert any of his 14 shots in Euro 2020, 14 shots. He also missed his penalty in the shootout defeat, if you remember, against Switzerland.
Huh.
Any reaction?
So, all the focus now on that.
And you saw him miss the kind of sitters that he did against Austria.
Right. Right. Means like Lukaku style means, we call it. So, all the focus on Mbappe. Their fans expect that Mbappe will do something in this Euro. And as usual, as you said, not scored yet. On top of that, he made a political comment, really controversial political comment during a press conference in the Euro, and he had his nose broken. I mean, I'm not sure again he will play in the other group matches or not. At least one match he will miss. I know he will have a mask on. Maybe the last group match, or in the first knockout match, he will arrive again. So if he doesn't deliver this time, all the hype of French football fans with Mbappe might tie down a little, though he had that World Cup winner medal, World Cup runner-up medal, etc. But if he missed something like Euro this time also, where he's the main player, he's the key player, yeah, he will be criticized.
Okay, let's go to Group E now. And we had two results which strongly went against the predictions. First one, let's take Belgium against Slovakia. It was a shock defeat and probably the first big shock of Euro 2024. Although I will say the first shock had already come in the previous match. We'll come to that match later on. But the first big shock of Euro 2024 occurred in Frankfurt when Belgium suffered a defeat to Slovakia thanks to Ivan Schran's early goal. Domenico Tedesco, who manages Belgium, had gone unbeaten in his in his career at Belgium, but then suddenly he had gone unbeaten for 14 matches, and then suddenly this shock defeat, and we found one Romelu Lukaku back to doing what he does probably the best amongst contemporary strikers, which is makes the easiest of goals. I will ask Arafat Dada, who has had many such nights screaming at Lukaku, to tell us what did you make of this Belgium loss?
You know, the karma. This is the karma. The way he left Inter, and after that, if you think about after he has left for Chelsea, and he said that he was supporter of Chelsea since he was 5 years old, and after that, his career just gone down and down, like unbelievable. The chances. It's not only that, because also the last in the World Cup against Croatia, you remember, Belgium was needed one victory, and he missed three massive goals, one after one. And after that match, this was the first competitive match in a big tournament, and again he has missed two clear goals. Okay, he has also scored two goals, but one was offside and one was disallowed for handball.
I mean, that was the real karma. Like, I mean, really, he scored two goals, and one was offside, and one was a foul which he didn't committed at least 11 seconds before, when the build-up was going on. That was the real karma. That at least he scored two goals, but both were disallowed.
I think after this tournament, he's ready for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And we were all talking about Belgium, I mean, for last three major tournaments at least. And everybody expect PSG to be the Champions League winner. Everybody expect Belgium to be the Euro or World Cup winner every time. And every time both these teams fell miserably. So again, they start in a pathetic way. Nobody expected Slovakia to win this match. And even though as an East European team, they are as blunt most of the cases as the others, but that's a heavy loss. I don't think they will recover from that.
So I want to ask Tulahi about Kevin De Bruyne. What do you think about him every time in this kind of big tournament, the national team? I don't see the same De Bruyne we see in the club level.
So
Absolutely,
there are players who play well in club level because they are surrounded by probably players of similar, strength of character, similar skill. But if you put the same players in a national team and ask them to pull them along, they cannot do the same. We have seen, I mean, of course, there are comparisons, right? Players like Kaká, he would play the same way as he did for AC Milan as he did for Brazil. Zidane, same way for France as he did for Real Madrid or Juventus. I'm talking
even
only
Messi
about number 10s. I'm talking about number 10s, yeah. No, Messi and Ronaldo are at a different level, so that's
okay. Yeah, okay.
But
okay.
I'm saying that people who probably play in that midfield hole kind of thing, and even Totti, who is not so much praised outside of Italy. He led Italy to a World Cup. He led Roma single-handedly to so many silverware. And Totti usually always came to his fore when it mattered. Del Piero, again a number 10, came to his, came on his own when it mattered. I do not believe Kevin De Bruyne is a fantastic player, but I do not think he's at that level. You simply have to say he's slightly lower level. He is not even at the same level as, let's say, somebody like a Modric. A Modric takes a team, pulls it higher. De Bruyne probably pulls it, but not that much. let me go back to this match another time once more. So there was a thought before this this a single ball had kicked at Euro 2024. Belgium was given a 90% chance of progressing from Group E. Okay, by the Opta group and all of them. That chance has now dropped to 66.5% following this defeat. They've just lost the first tournament. Okay. Maybe they will qualify. 66 is a very good number, but 90% to 66%. Another stat. Slovakia starting 11 average age was 30 years and 229 days. It's the oldest of any side in a European Championship final since Italy in 2016. Three of their starters, Peter Pekarik, Jaj Kuka, and Martin Dubravka, they were aged 35 plus. That also has happened only for the second time in an Euro. Okay. And maybe all of this experience was needed to, throttle the Belgian team. The goal also was magnificently taken. There was a terrible pass into his own box by Jeremy Doku. It was collected by Ivan Schranz. He backheeled it to Juraj Kuka, whose shot was blocked by the goalkeeper, and then Schranz slammed home the rebound from a very tight angle. So and it was a pretty early in the match. I think it was within the initial 10 minutes or so. So that gave the Belgian team quite a lot of time to come back, but they didn't.
And what Arafat was saying, this is the kind of a time or opportunity where big players, just step up, they deliver, and De Bruyne failed completely. I mean, it was not that they failed; he was completely missing. He didn't have much of a great chance created even around the whole time he was there. So, as Arafat Bhai is saying, he might have done great things for his club, surrounded by good people, managed by a great coach, following the same pattern for a long time. But in a country just like a Zidane kind of a figure or Figo, uh, he cannot deliver time and again. It is proof.
Yeah. Then we come to the other match of this group, which was between Romania and Ukraine. And although people had backed Ukraine, who were the quarterfinalists of the last Euro, to go ahead, Romanian long rangers, my God, there was two long rangers from the captain Nicolae Stanciu and Razvan Marin. And there was 2 assists by Denis Mann, and Romania just rampaged home 3-0. Lahiri, does this mean the end of Ukraine in this group, given that Belgium and Slovakia are going to be very tough opponent, losing 3-0 to Romania? Does that mean Ukraine are out?
Yes, I think so. I didn't rate Ukraine that much also for Europe, and they do not look like a good team to play and to be in the next round. And I always have a soft corner for all the East European teams because of their legacy and where they are now. And in that respect, I didn't have any expectations at all for Romania. I mean, I thought they could not do anything. But what an amazing match of them. Amazing match of them. I expect to them great things in this field.
Right. Let me give you a few more stats. Denis Mann, who assisted 2 goals in that match, is the first Romanian to provide multiple assists in a major tournament since one Gheorghe Hagi back in 1994 against Colombia. And it was another match where Romania had 29% possession. 29. Okay. Ukraine 71% possession is their highest ever recorded in a match at major tournament. Forget win or lose. This is the highest ever Ukraine has ever done in any major tournament, whether it is World Cup or Euros. And despite that, they just managed 2 shots on target. So goes again to prove possession stat is a very, very meaningless stat. You can have all the position in the world and you can still be deadly far. So I think Ukraine are out. Romania and Slovakia will try to, I'm still backing Belgium to top the group. So Romania and Slovakia will probably still be.
Romania and Slovakia will be a good match to watch.
Yeah.
I believe. Both are Eastern European teams, and both will fight kind of like the last match of their career, and that would be a great match to watch.
Right. Let's come to Group F now.
Yeah, I'm taking away.
So Group F is where Turkey faced off Georgia, and Arafat Dada, we had a lot of things riding on this match. I was backing Kvaratskhelia to show us some magic. In the end, it was Arda Guler, probably the goal of the tournament so far.
Yeah, definitely. I think this one was the goal of this tournament so far. We hope to see many other beautiful goals like that in ahead. And also I think this was also the most entertaining match of this tournament so far. Very beautiful match. I think 3-1 defeat was does not represent the reality of the match, because if someone didn't watch the whole 90 minutes and see only the scores, they think Turkey has dominated the match or Georgia has played bad. But in reality, the match was like absolutely beautiful match to watch, entertaining until the last second. And the final result could have been anything. It could have been 1-1, could have been a win for Georgia or victory for Turkey. And in this, I really enjoyed the match. I didn't expect this match to be so satisfying. But as a football fan, I enjoyed a lot to watch this match. But I have to say that at the end, I think Mamardashvili, the goalkeeper of Georgia, he shouldn't have left his goal post and be in attack. Do you know why? Because, as you know, even if you come third in your group, but you can still qualify for round of 16, because 4 out of 6 teams who will come third will qualify in round of 16. But in that case, obviously, they will see the goal difference on all these statistics. So one thing was losing for 2-1, but now you lost for 3-1, which make goal difference -2. So at the end, this one goal can be a difference maker for your qualification in round of 16. But Georgia, I didn't expect Georgia to play to be so good team. I didn't know that much about this team except Mamardashvili, who plays in Valencia, who's very good goalkeeper, and obviously Kvaratskhelia, who plays in Serie A. So other than these 2 players, I didn't know much about Georgia. But they played decent football. Their next match is against Portugal, or no? Portugal will play against Turkey, so their match against Austria. So that match will be interesting to watch. How will they manage? About Turkey, I think Turkey in last Euro, if you remember, Turkey was very overhyped before the tournament. But in tournament, they flopped massively. They lost 3 out of their 3 matches. This year, they didn't have that much hype before the tournament started. But I think this year they can really be dark horse. And also, we have to remember they play at home, because in Germany there's a big Turkish community. So every time they will play, it will feel like they are playing in Istanbul or in Ankara. So this is the advantage for Turkish team. And this Turkey is also, I see, like a lot of talents in the team. Of course, Arda Guler, who plays in Real Madrid, we all know about him. In La Liga, he has an interesting statistic. He has made 13 shots in total in La Liga. Between these 13 shots, only 6 shots was on target, and all those 6 shots were converted in 6 goals. So what does this say? It says that Arda Guler, he does not make a lot of shots in a match, but when he makes a shot, his accuracy
It's
is like
lethal.
100.
It's accurate and he's
Exactly.
lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So Arda Guler became the youngest player in the history of UEFA European Championship to score on their first appearance, and also is the third teenager ever to do so. After Cristiano Ronaldo in 2004 and Ferenc Bene of Hungary in 1964. Arda Güler is also the youngest goal scorer in any kind of Euro matches, so including qualifying and all. He's the fifth on that list. So you have Johan van Lanten, Wayne Rooney, Renato Sanchez, Dragan Stojkovic, and then Arda Güler. And not only Arda Güler, Afadada, you also know that there is another guy called Kenan Yildiz, Juventus
Yildiz,
player. Both of them are 19 years old, and Turkey became just the second nation in Euros to start 2 different teenagers in a game since 1964 when Hungary did this against Denmark. So massive upside for them, and you are very right to point out the support that they will get from the locals in Germany. That would feel like almost like a home tournament for them. One team which for whom it would not be a home tournament, but they are seeking to probably stamp their authority once more is Portugal. But they left it really late to snatch a 2-1 win against Czech Republic, where Francisco Conceição, who is the son of Sergio, Sergio, I think, scored a hat-trick in 2004. Or was it 2000? Maybe 2000 or 2004.
Against Germany.
Against Germany. And Czech Republic took the lead through a beautiful goal. I mean, you just had to see it. Lucas Provod scored a beautiful goal in the 62nd minute. But then,
like similar goal.
Yeah, and then Robin Ranach had a brain fade, and he got a own goal in 69th minute. And at the end of 93rd minute, I think when Conceição scored, that was also from a poor defensive lapse. Lahiri, what did you see? What did you make of Portugal's first match?
They are very fortunate to win this match. I mean, and Czechia was really unlucky. I'm not saying they should have won this match, but they should have lost this match. Portugal was good. I mean, I'm not saying that they played bad football. Portugal was good. They're playing good. Even they could have scored at least one goal, which Bruno Fernandes, I think, could be put in the net in the first half itself. But Czechia, whenever they got the chance, they tried to convert it. And as you said, the first goal was amazing. I expect Czechia to do much better in their next matches also. But the way Portugal was playing, that was not converted into the goal would be a worry for the team itself. And if it goes like that way, they will cross group stage mark, definitely, no doubt about that. But after that, they will struggle.
Yeah, Portugal won their opening game at the consecutive European Championship for the first time. So basically, Euro 2020, they had won against Hungary 3-0. This time they won against Czech Republic 2-1. Before that, they had never managed such wins. We spoke about 2 19-year-olds who started for Turkey. There were two youngsters playing for Portugal also. One was in the defense, Pepe, 41 years, 113 days. And then one was in the attack, Cristiano Ronaldo, 39 years and 134 days. What did you make of that, Arafat, these two players?
Oh, it's really impressive. This shows how if you maintain an athletic life, professional life, you can play also in this stage. Like if you imagine Cristiano Ronaldo, who is like 39 years old and still scoring, still shouting for the team. And like, as you said before, that he made his debut in 2004. So at that time, I was still in school. And now I have a baby, I'm working, and still Cristiano Ronaldo is there. So this is like massive, and shows how his career was, his longevity is unbelievable. I don't remember.
I mean, we really have to admire that kind of fitness and the regime, what Arafat Bhai was saying, that fitness regime and training, etc. We have to salute that.
Right.
I don't know, one of his teammates, maybe Carlos Tevez, he once said that he once came at 9 o'clock, Cristiano Ronaldo was already in the training. So the day after he came at 8 o'clock, Ronaldo was already in the training ground. The day after he came at 7 o'clock and still Ronaldo was there. So this is his mentality. Like he always wants to be number one in everything. So yeah, this is really impressive.
And the difference between two Ronaldos.
The difference between two Ronaldo, yeah, because if you talk about like football talent, maybe the Brazilian Ronaldo was better. Like, he was an unbelievable player as football talent, but his longevity was very small, like 4 or 5 years. While Cristiano Ronaldo, like I always say, he surpassed himself by his attitude. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put you on a spot. Do you feel this Portugal can go to semi-final? Yes, no.
No.
Alairi?
No.
Okay, so that's about what we can come for Group F. Hope you liked this wrap of Group D, E, and F. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe. Please share our like and share our video with your friends and family. Let us know your thoughts about this episode. We will be back with another episode of European Footballer Adda very soon. Till then, thank you.